Welcome back, house guests, to Backdoors and Blindsides. She's Backdoor, I'm Blindside.
Oh, no.
Your favorite competitive reality TV recap podcast, talking Big Brother 27.
Are you
What's wrong?
backdoor for a reason?
No, you're Backdoor, I'm Blindside.
Oh, I'm backdoor. No, I don't think I want to be backdoor.
Because it's Meg and Matt, so it's
Oh.
Backdoor and Blindside.
But if we're going alphabetically, then isn't it Matt and Meg?
Would you rather be Blindside?
I think I'd rather be blindside.
All right, I'm Backdoor.
Okay.
Checks out. Talking Big Brother 27, Backdoors and Blindsides, episode 8, week 8 of the show, episodes 23, 24, and 25 on CBS. Farewell, Mickey.
Bye.
You fucked up.
Yeah.
You fucked up weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
Maybe the most cut and dry week thus far, which is crazy because one of the most insane players in the house, literally insane people in the house, got an HOH this week.
He kind of had a no bullshit take on it.
I don't think he knows how else to play.
Yeah,
It's you're giving him too much credit. All right, right off the bat, before we get into it, my first bullet point was fallout from Catherine's eviction.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Great.
Keanu's
Glad we
HOH.
covered that.
You're giving him too much credit by saying that it was a no bullshit approach. I don't think that he looked past the chapter in the guidebook of how to play Big Brother.
No, because he barely watched like an entire season. He watched
Yes.
a highlight reel of like 3 different seasons.
So I don't think he's walking into HOH being like, all right, this is a no bullshit approach. I think he doesn't know how to play anywhere, any other way than just like surface level. And that's what this was. It was a surface level, just kind of cut and dry week. Honestly, not a bad week to show someone who's trying to understand the show for the first time, because really there's no backdoor. There's not really a blind side. There's really nothing significant that is a change up in the house in any way.
Right. We still have Will going out first in the HOH
Oh
comp.
my God, dude.
It's a mental memory comp, right? And I'm like, all right, maybe he can have like first out again. And I just look over at you when that aired and I'm like, oh no, here we go again. Matt's gonna be real upset.
This man sucks so bad at competitions, and I feel bad because I like Will. I think that, I'm saying it now, I think Will is a lock for Final 3 based on where he stands in the house.
I think so too. I think you're correct.
But he fails this memory comp, which what happens is they show all the players in the house a screen with a bunch of mini screens, video clips of the season thus far, which you mentioned something really interesting. Like, this is the first time they're seeing themselves on video.
Oh, it's got to be so weird. It's got to be
2 months.
so weird
Yeah.
to see themselves in the space that they're living in, the other people, right? It's a different perspective because a lot of the
Right.
camera angles are coming up slightly higher, right? It's not like this one-to-one eye level view most of the time.
Yeah.
And so it's got to be like this surreal feeling. Same with once you get evicted pre-jury and you go back home and you're watching Big Brother on your TV screen, you're like, I know all of these people. I have showered there. I have taken a shit in that toilet, like the whole thing.
It's got to be bizarre. So they go into the yard or the courtyard, whatever it is, the comp space, and it's a memory game. It's true or false. And I think I've seen people win, like they bring this competition back, right? This is like the days comp at the end of the season.
Yep.
So this is, I guess, like
It's
a
kind of
preview of that.
staple.
But yeah, it's a true or false memory game. Will's the first one out. He says, "Oh, well, I really suck at memory comps." Bro, you suck at all comps.
Yeah, and listen, you don't need to win a ton of competitions to win Big Brother.
No.
Right? It really is a social game, and just these competitions are in to make social situations flourish and
Sure.
appear, etc. But like you gotta get some street cred. Will, you have been on the block twice. So you can use that as leverage to the jury. Be like, listen, I had to fight my way off the block, blah, 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 whatever. But I need at least one win. I need at least one win in some capacity. It can be a blockbuster. It can be a veto. It can be whatever you want to win, Will. I just need you to win one thing if you're going to make it to Final 3.
that makes me think of something that I want to address much later in the show and what will winning certain things could mean for honestly the rest of the season. But you're right. I just need something.
Even win a veto. Don't even use the veto.
Sure.
You don't even have to use the veto. Just win it. Just win one.
He's thrown the veto comp at least twice, right?
Yeah,
that we know of.
Yeah, he said I don't want to get it because I don't want to have to, choose between my allies, which I get, but don't you want to save one of your allies? So that's kind of a sticky situation too.
Rachel's out pretty early as well.
Yeah,
eat shit. And we end up ultimately with the final two in this competition, Keanu and Kelly. Literally worst case scenario for everyone.
They're all
shitting
themselves,
bench.
all of them, every single one of them.
And they're like, I can't believe this keeps fucking happening. And this is the least physical of all of these comps. It's not a puzzle comp.
Right.
Like Kelly has been successful at the puzzle comps. Keanu's been successful at the physical comps, the endurance comps. This is anyone's game.
Keanu is a scary player.
Yeah.
Not because he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing at any given point, but because he is good at the memory comps. He's good at the luck comps. He's good at, the endurance, the physical comps, he's kind of good at it all. And if you're not on his side, that kind of makes him a scary person.
Yeah, I mean, but just add that to just being the most annoying person in the world, and he's like double the target, right?
Right.
Everything about him makes him a target, from his social game to his comp game, his physical game too.
And has Keanu ever been on the block during eviction night, or has he always saved himself?
I think he's taken himself down every time. I can't be certain because I just feel like if they had the opportunity at any point, literally this whole season, he would have been the one to go, right?
That's what I thought. And
we're going to just assume that that's the case.
I'm going to
right
assume
now.
that. And I'm pulling up Wikipedia right now to double check on that. But I'm pretty sure, he has not been on the block during eviction night. He has saved himself every single time. So, like, they cannot get him out. He is truly the cockroach that will not die.
He's unkillable. Yeah, it's so impressive. And he finally gets his HOH. And what I'm thinking is, cool. Someone who's really going to stir it up. He's chaotic. I don't know that he's going to make the right decisions, but he's going to make some crazy ass decisions. The craziest decision he makes is to put Vince on the block. And we'll get there, but there's just nothing else there, right? Like this guy who has been will they, won't they with Rachel Riley the entire season finally has his chance to take his shot. And what does he do? He immediately goes up to Rachel and says, now I can put you on the block, and I won't.
He was trying to manipulate Vince just like, 48 hours ago to get him to put Rachel up as a replacement nom. So, like, I'm truly confused. He is hot and cold with everything on any topic with anybody.
Here's what it is. I think he is literally playing week to week. I think the eviction happens. He resets his whole game.
Yes.
He's not sticking to alliances. He's not thinking through. I mean, look at his HOH. Like, all of these moves, all of these people that he put up, he's just thinking about next week. He keeps talking about next week. He says, if Morgan goes home, Vince's head will be clear for next week, right? If Mickey goes home, then that's just one less number for whoever else, Ashley and team, next week. He's not thinking about the end, and I think that's a crucial error.
Because he's been playing from the bottom, from the start, because he's been on the block however many times at this point, several, and all he knows is, I am comp beast. I go in, I play comp, I win comp.
Yeah.
I save myself. So he doesn't have to think about the future. Yeah. Really, all he needs to think about is the next competition and how he's going to win.
I mean, but as the numbers in the house dwindle, he is going to have to figure out I say long-term game. There's 4 weeks left in the show, but buddy, start thinking about 4 weeks from now, not just 7 days from now.
4 weeks left, but you still have multiple evictions. There's going to have to be a couple doubles. There's going to have to be maybe a triple in the works. We don't know. But 0 people are in jury right now, and there are 4 weeks to go. So you need to start looking at your long-term game, buddy, because right now you're just going from week to week.
So he decides that he wants to work with Rachel again. She doesn't really have a choice. so she just goes with it, which makes sense, right?
Oh yeah, it's nod and smile.
It's
nod and smile.
right. The person who is in power for the week wants to be your friends. Whatever you say, dude.
Sure.
I'm gonna put all of our differences aside. But of course, she's dubious of the whole thing. And yeah, noms are Morgan, Vince, and Mickey. His reasoning to get Morgan out is he thinks that Morgan is in Vince's ear, and he wants Vince to be basically making decisions alongside Keanu. Yeah, he wants Vince to stop considering everyone else's game for, I guess, the two of them, because now they're like best buddies.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this also relates to the real world, because I'm sure Vince's girlfriend would also like him to stop considering other women.
Well, we have a whole segment on that. Don't worry.
Tease that one a
we'll
little
get
bit.
there. We'll feed you, baby birds. And Mickey, pretty inconsequential, or just like not impressive, not a big deal in any way. She's been put up, I think, 3 weeks in a row, something like that. And she's had no love for Keanu. I think she also put Keanu up, so that one makes sense. Vince is the puzzling one, and shocker, he starts crying about it. And
if I have to watch Vince and Morgan canoodle any longer, my eyeballs are going to fall out of their sockets. And 2, if I have to watch Vince cry again, I'm just turning off the TV. I can't watch this man cry again.
It's tough. It's really tough. It's, you know what? It's just embarrassing. You just cringe a little harder every time you see it.
Listen, I think tears are kind of a powerful thing, manipulation tactic, if you will.
Oh, yeah?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. You cry a little bit, things, sometimes people start feeling compassion for you, right?
It opens people up.
Right. But when you do it constantly, it's like, snooze, okay, you're crying again.
When they
What am I
called it
supposed to do
from the
about this?
beginning, they said like crocodile tears with Vince, right?
Yeah.
So he's got to stop,
The
dude.
weasel crying crocodile tears.
And Keanu says, well, like, you haven't proven your loyalty, but like it doesn't really make sense. He says it's to teach him a lesson, not to his face. He starts telling everyone else it's to teach him a lesson, but it just seems like he says he's putting him up as a pawn, right? He said, you're my pawn. I don't trust you enough not to put you up right now. And honestly, I think he's doing it to impress Rachel, because he doesn't know that Rachel and Vince are working together.
Right. But listen, I will give Keanu some credit here. Mickey, Morgan, Vince, heavy hitters.
Yeah.
They're heavy hitting players. Like, to have all 3 of them on the block at once is kind of like a, whoa, no, there are no pawns, right? He might say Vince is his pawn at this point, but like, Vince is a huge player, and I don't think the rest of the house is seeing Vince as a pawn. I think the rest of the house is salivating at the mouth, like, let's go, Vince is on the block, we can get him out.
Yeah, well, that's why it's such a stupid decision. Like, you're putting up a quote-unquote pawn that half of the house would murder if they had a chance. So, I mean, just, again, the man has no fucking clue what he's doing. But something that we get out of, I guess, Keanu and Rachel working together is we're just getting a lot of Rachel in general nowadays, because she's in the house. And before we get into Vito, I want to address my new favorite skit, segment, whatever you call it, that's played through this season. I was a fan of Ava writing to her boyfriend off from war, but the BB burn brought to us by Rachel Riley had me in stitches. And they just do it right. It's like the infomercial. It's got the logos. It's got a fake phone number that we tried to call.
We called it. It went straight to Verizon number not found, dial-up type sound. It was funny. My favorite one was when she was insulting Lauren's slowness.
Yeah, what was the exercise there again?
It was you can try hanging on to the wall comp is hard.
Oh yeah.
I'm totally screwing
or
this up.
hold your breath, something like that, because
yeah.
you're waiting for Lauren to answer a question.
Right, and then
I'll give her that one.
Yeah, it kind of felt like a mini tease for Zingbot. Rachel coming in and really hitting everyone with these kind of workout funny jokes. Yeah, I thought it was great.
What would so it covers a couple different areas, right? Like cardio, going up and down the stairs to bother the HOH, working your face muscles, rolling your eyes when you're giving Keanu a hug, shit like that. We had some ideas that I think honestly are a little more active. They're a little more intensive for the BB Burn. This is like the BB Burn 2.0. This is the premium subscription. If you want to get everything that Rachel mentioned and more, the backdoors and blindsides add-on, the B&B package for the Big Brother Burn.
Feel the BB Burn with backdoors and blindsides.
Let's see. Where do we want to start? Okay.
You go.
So, everyone needs endurance, right? Endurance is important for a lot of these strength comps. Look at the wall, look at the pressure cooker, look at a lot of these. Take a page out of Will's book. Use the endurance test of sitting in the room with Rachel, Ashley, and Morgan when they're talking about literally fucking anything, because it's agonizing. If you tune in on the live feeds, I would literally watch the screensaver than hear whatever the three of them ever have to say. And they were always together. But I mean, at one point they're talking about like the worst pizza ideas known to mankind. At one point they're just naming places to go hiking. They're not talking about what the hike is like. They're just listing off places to go hiking. And almost all the time, because, you know, Will's close with Ashley. He's close with all three of them, honestly. My dude is just sitting in the corner praying for the conversation to end. And sometimes it goes for hours. So work that endurance up. Sit in the room with the three of them.
And don't forget, if you really want to work out your forearms, practice stabbing your allies in the back. And it's best if you have a Jimmy around to practice on.
Hey, shout out Jimmy, professional backstabber.
Yeah.
Backdoors and Blindsides, #1 fan, by the way. We'll get more into that as well.
He's professional backstabby.
Backstabby, right. I apologize. Yeah. He's got to be so pissed watching this season, right?
Probably.
He had so much game. Looking back, he had so much game, and he had so much more game than most of the people that have stuck around.
He did.
Especially up until this point. We love cardio. I'd like to bring you Ashley's cardio workout. You ever done line drills on a basketball court, on a soccer field, football field? Suicide sprints. Back and forth, back and forth. Put yourself in that DR hallway and go back and forth, back and forth. I messed up. Jimmy, Ava, Kelly, whoever the fuck I'm supposed to evict. That's the cardio piece. So take a page out of Ashley's book. Really get in shape. Get into those conditioning moves.
And if you want a full body workout, dig yourself a hole and attempt to claw your way back out of it. Go until muscle failure. Just like Mickey.
Oh my God. All right, so we're getting into the strength exercises now, full body. On that note, we got one more for you. I bring you Vince's deadlift. Make sure your shoulders are square up. Tighten those glutes. Do not arch your back. Bend down. Pull this crumpled, sobbing body up off the floor. Hold as long as you can, then drop his ass back down.
No.
And while we're on Vince, I want to plug the Vinny upgrade package, where after your workout, you receive post-workout muscle therapy courtesy of Morgan.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Was that too much?
No, that was
was that catty?
That was beautiful.
Awesome.
I love it when you're a little.
You want to just get right into that?
Yeah, let's get right into it.
Vince, what the fuck, dude?
Vince, you have a girlfriend of 7 years. 7 years.
And I think she's
at home.
She's the one that he hugged over his friend in his intro video.
Yeah, which
right?
like not a good look.
All the way back to episode 1 of this show, we addressed that he snubs his friend to give presumably his girlfriend a hug. Dude, what is going on? By the way, during his HOH, photos of them all over the place.
Him and his girlfriend.
Yeah, framed photos.
Yeah. So, okay. So let's take a step back. So what's happening? So all over live feeds and even on the most recent episode, Big Brother production is addressing this. I didn't coin the term cheat mance that's happening right now.
That's an ugly term.
It's not a great term.
Cheat mance?
Cheat mance.
Cheat mance?
Yes. So people are starting to notice now that Zach is out of the house and Morgan needs some other male attention.
Sure.
She's gravitating towards Vince. And Vince is indulging to the fullest. He is hugging. He is stroking. he
Hang on,
fingers.
you can't just walk over stroking. You have to elaborate on that.
Like stroking of the arm and
Sure.
of fingers through the hair.
Yeah.
Hugging, whispering, canoodling. Just for lack of a better term, intimacy.
Yeah.
And intimacy doesn't mean, kissing even. It just means a certain closeness and comfort that you feel in someone. And mind you, I did not say comfortability because that's not a word. For all of you people out there that are using the word comfortability, not a word. It drives me crazy when people say it. You see it all over these reality TV shows. I don't know what's happening in decent society, but it's comfort and discomfort. Comfortability, not a word. Note that. Remember,
we work at CBS. Comfortability scrubbed from every program.
Yeah.
None of our shows are having that word. Yeah, well, you say, right, it's intimacy. I think what Vince calls it on the show is he says it's human connection.
Listen,
Which,
I don't connect with all humans like that.
Yeah, but humans can connect two specific pieces together, and that's what it's looking like, Vince. So maybe that's what he means by it.
Yeah, I guess so. It's not looking good. In the eviction episode where he wins Blockbuster, he's hugging Morgan.
Sure.
And they're doing this tight embrace.
Yeah.
You can see the muscles and the bones in his hands just like absolutely squeeze the shit out of her. And in the process of that, his hand slips underneath her dress strap. And it's, mind you, it's like spaghetti string strap. So like I watched it over a few times. It could have been an accident, but his hand in full camera view is underneath the strap of her dress.
Dead center in the shot. There's really nothing else to look at.
And there's been speculation online. People are like, oh, like, it could have been an accident. No, I do not think it is. And here's why. In lives, we watch them like hug and embrace and kind of cuddle on the bed together. And what does Vince do? Instead of just, hugging her on over her shoulder, he takes his little grimy hand and sticks it up the sleeve of her shirt for skin to skin contact.
Is it a long sleeve or short sleeve?
It's a short sleeve shirt.
Okay.
And listen, I love our friends. We are very close with all of our friends. We love them dearly. I'm not hugging any single one of our friends of the opposite gender and sticking my hand up their shirt as I do that. That's crazy. That's something that like I reserve for you and you alone.
Just for me?
You're welcome.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Get that hand up the sleeve, baby.
Oh yeah, touching that bicep, feeling that shoulder. Yeah, only for you. Fucking weird. You don't like. Friends don't need to be up my clothes. I don't need to be up my friends' clothes.
You know what? What a great way to put that.
Right?
I don't think that might be the end of the segment. I mean, what
Right.
else is there to say than friends shouldn't be up friends' clothes?
Right, exactly.
That's amazing.
And it's one thing, again, if it's an accident, oops, just not. No, he takes his hand and does the little flip up thing and then burrows up in there.
But it goes beyond just what we see in the shots, what we see on live feeds. Production has given this the green light, or maybe
Right.
production's been given the green light to put this out there on the program.
Well, because if we rewind back to our Riley controversy, that had some just straight up nastiness involved with it, right?
Yeah.
Cheating's also nasty. Don't get me wrong with that. But there's a certain level of innocence almost to this compared to what Riley was doing or perceived to have been doing, where it is like people are concerned for Catherine. No one's concerned for Vince. No one's concerned for Morgan. They're really concerned for his poor girlfriend.
I don't think you could accuse either of these people of being a manipulator in
No,
this situation.
They seem to fully be into it on both sides.
No manipulating, no enabling, just agreeing with each other, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm game if you're game.
And the other house guests are actually starting to notice this. And it's in this kind of like montage of Vince and Morgan being close together, right? Mickey, I believe, was in the DR, or maybe she was talking to people, and she said, while Morgan is spending all of her time with Vince, I've been fostering my relationships.
That's so funny.
Ava, Will, and Rachel are talking about it. Will doesn't really have opinions on a ton of stuff. He's just kind of, He's zoned out for over half the conversations. Production has addressed this.
But he seems very wise.
He does. But he is kind of getting in on the gossip here. And he goes, there's certain things you just don't do. He says, no long hugs, no waking up by stroking someone's arm. I mean, we have that whole cringe scene where Vince is laying down and Morgan's like rubbing his arm.
Right.
And Ava walks in and she's like, what the fuck is going on in here? What the absolute fuck? And Morgan just kind of sounds, I'm just waking Vince up.
Okay, but that's the weirdest part is that like Morgan says she's doing something than something else, right?
Right.
Like she knows that it's weird. She knows that Ava shouldn't be seeing this. So she says, oh, I'm just waking him up.
But
like
she
I'm just doing a
sticks to the bit. No, she sticks to it though. Ava gets in. It's not like she stops. She like doesn't know what to do. So she just keeps stroking his arm.
And Vince is pretending to be asleep, by the way.
Right. It's fucking weird.
Fuck?
It's fucking weird. And I'll tell you what, that's also not how I wake you up.
No.
Like, hey.
Well, normally it's the 7 or 8 alarms back to back to back to back to back
right.
to back to back.
Right. That's what it is.
That's normally what it is.
Yeah.
If you're trying to awake me from like if you're up first and you've been moving about the cabin, it's far more aggressive. It's normally like a shoulder shake, maybe a pull on the hair. You shove a finger up my nose as far as you can. That's the more aggressive one. That's unpleasant.
And if you're lucky, I'll shove a finger up somewhere else too.
Oh man, that's why they call me Backdoor.
Beat me to it. Damn it.
You gotta be quicker than that.
Gotta be quicker than that. Back to a Geico commercial.
Oh wait, I just said our last name.
Yep,
I'm just gonna bleep that.
Yeah. So Will, Rachel, Ashley, and Mickey are also kind of in the backyard, and they're openly talking about this. They're like, "You guys seeing what I'm seeing?
It's become house gossip.
This. You're seeing this. I'm seeing this. Yeah." And they start talking about what happens if they were to kiss.
Oh no.
Yeah. So they're like,
what happens?
They were like, oh, like, you know, what happened? You know, they're doing all this other, you know, PDA, public displays of affection. That's exactly what it is, right?
Right.
You don't see Morgan doing that with Will.
They would be scolded.
You don't see her doing it with Keanu.
Yeah.
Right. It'd be like, keep hands off each other.
No purple.
No purple.
Girls are pink, guys are blue. No purpling. That's an old youth group thing.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm really showing my roots here.
Oh God. Yeah. So no purpling, but I think Vince and Morgan are a deep shade of lilac.
Oh man.
It's bad. So they're talking about what happens if they kiss? They're not saying, mind you, they're not saying about this with Keanu and Kelly, right?
Yeah.
They're not saying this about, I don't know, Rachel and Will. Like, this is why are they talking about this? And Mickey has a line that says, how did everyone get in a showman's butt me?
That's so funny, by the way.
And I'm like, oh, so in Mickey's mind, Mickey's seeing this as a showman's. That's bad.
And that's someone who considered herself to be pretty close to Morgan at one point, so she knows Morgan well.
Yeah.
I mean, you could think that maybe Morgan has expressed to Mickey maybe eyes for Vince or something. All of that, of course, speculation. But yeah, when people are straight up on the show calling it showmance, what if they kiss, whatever, dude, it's a bad look. And I think Will's the one who said, I just kind of want to shake him and be like, hey, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone in the house does, right? Yeah. And he even is in the DR saying, quote, Morgan and I have just always clicked. It's a good dynamic. I have a girlfriend of 7 years, so it's like human chemistry, but there's no romantic feelings there. Again, I don't have that human chemistry with everyone. Maybe I'm living the human experience incorrectly. Would you like me to rub up on people? Do you think I would feel a more fulfilling life if I did that?
I mean, that's Vince's human experience, which I think is way different than everyone else's.
That's true.
What's weird is like, yeah, that's how he answers a question from production.
Right. So now production has addressed it with him. They have asked him questions. They have framed it in a way. This isn't Vince just rattling off, talking about whatever the fuck he wants to in the DR. Production is asking them very specific questions. So now, if I'm Vince, what am I thinking? oh shit, this is being seen as flirting, maybe showmance. I don't think he's heard the term cheatmance in there, but that has to make you step back and be like, oh, if production's asking me about this, maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe.
Well, and this is why I think we might be, if we haven't started or in the middle already, heading towards a total Vince crash out. Because the guy is already so fucking anxious about everything and about his relationships with everyone.
Well, he needs to be a little more anxious about his relationship with his girlfriend.
Well, that's what's next.
Everything.
On top of everything else, if you, what you know, and like, it's not like any of this was unwarranted. He behaved a way for them to ask him. But now you're probably thinking, oh shit, my partner back at home is seeing all of this. What is she thinking? I can't say anything to her. I can't have that conversation. What's it going to be like when I'm out? What is she doing right now?
He can
is she
have
watching
that
every moment of the live feeds?
He can have that every single time that he's alone in a room. He could be talking to the camera, Kelsey, I love you. Kelsey, I'm so sorry. Like, I hope this doesn't come across in a certain way. And maybe he is doing that. They're just not showing it. But on the live feeds, there was an extra little thing where Morgan and Vince are in the kitchen together, and Morgan says, let's chat in my bed. And she goes, oh, on my bed. Sorry, that was crazy. And they both kind of laugh. Versus the semantics between in and on the bed.
It's a Freudian slip.
Which is a big difference. Chatting in the bed, on the bed. And then she kind of like nervously laughs and she blurts out, Kelsey, don't kill me, referring to Vince's girlfriend.
Okay.
And then Vince kind of launches into like pretending to be Kelsey, like what she is thinking in this situation. And he says, who is this Morgan girl? They shower together, they get in bed, and
they shower together?
I mean, they were showering separately together. So in
come on, man.
In the main bathroom, there is a double shower, right?
Yeah.
And the only thing separating those two showers is a measly shower curtain.
Also, we haven't seen anyone, at least in the broadcast, shower with another person next to them this whole season.
I mean, really, I think the only reason or circumstance where I would do that in that situation is if I just was gooped on in a competition and I have all this shit on me. I'm like, I need to get this off as soon as possible. I have a thing with like sticky things. Like, you know, kids in school would like put the glue on their hands and like let it dry and like peel it off. That was always so gross to me. I don't like anything touching me. I don't want it sticky. I don't want it on me. I'm going to be showering immediately. I don't care who's in that other shower. But this did not seem to be the case.
Right.
And they both conveniently forgot their towels.
Hang on.
We are 7 to 8 weeks or whatever at this point into the game. You have lived in this house for damn near 2 months, and you're telling me you forgot a towel?
What did they do?
They recruited someone else. I think like Ava or something like that was in the room, so she brought them both towels.
Oh, well, you know, she's paying attention to every fucking move you make.
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, so someone got them towels. But back to the...
You're saying they're so ginned up to get in the shower together that they weren't thinking?
Probably,
oh
yeah.
My God.
The only thing that's separating them is a little partition that can easily be moved.
Vince, this is a bad bit, dude.
Not good. And so while they're in the kitchen and they're going this weird back and forth about in the bed, on the bed, Kelsey, don't kill me. Vince kind of consoles Morgan, or, you know, is like, no, it's fine. Kelsey is the least jealous person on the planet. It literally does not exist for her. And Morgan goes, thank God. Meanwhile, outside of the house, Kelsey is the one who is running Vince's social accounts.
Okay.
Right? Not uncommon. You go on a reality TV show, you need someone to like, you know, continue to promote you, whatever. Girlfriend of 7 years sounds like a great person to do that, right? Trustworthy, she knows you, whatever. So it seems like before he got on Big Brother, he had archived all of their photos together, him and Kelsey, his girlfriend's photos.
I'd probably do something like that too.
Right. And I think it's in my mind, it would come across as like, I'm going to protect you from the internet creeps out there.
Yeah.
We don't need you tagged in photos. People don't need to be commenting on Vince's girlfriend's, hot or whatever. Like, he's trying to protect her maybe, right? So they archive all the photos with her in it. She populates them back onto his Instagram. Like, hey, everyone, don't forget that I'm here. His girlfriend.
That's tough.
There are also, so rumors were out there that Vince and Kelsey, his girlfriend, had conversations prior to entering the house where she says, basically, green light. If you need a flirt to get further in the game, you go do that, right? And so people for maybe a week there were like, oh, and I don't know where this rumor started. I don't know where it came from that she gave him permission. This seems like a very like one-on-one, very intimate, personal conversation to be had. So I don't know where that rumor came from exactly. But Kelsey goes, she dismisses that rumor, and she's replying to someone, I think on Instagram. And let me read this off because I don't want to get this incorrectly. She says, never gave an okay to flirt as a strategy. In fact, they talked extensively about boundaries before he left.
So he is crashing out big time.
So in my mind, there is not really a doubt that this chemistry between him and Morgan and this thing that they have going on is not for game strategy.
Well, it's never looked like it was for game strategy.
Right.
He's never said into the camera, this is for game strategy.
Right. If he's in the DR, like, listen, Morgan's this touchy-feely person. I'm trying to bring her closer. This is all, I could give two shits about her, and hugging her, makes my skin crawl when I touch her, but I do it because I'm trying to win $1 million. I'd be like, okay, bet. Like, it's kind of slimy, but I get it to a certain degree. Cause right. I think that gets lost in this game a lot, that there is money on the line. Mm-hmm. And, so a new update is that Julie Chen Moonves commented on it.
No fucking way.
She comments on it. Yeah. In an interview. And, she says something along the lines of, I don't really know what's going on here. And she alludes to the fact that like Morgan is the one instigating or like at fault for it. So I have Julie Chen Moonves' quote here, and I want to get it correct. So I'm going to read it out to you. And this is from Entertainment Weekly. Entertainment Weekly asks, what do you make of this entire situation regarding Vince and Morgan, especially with Vince having a girlfriend back home? So Julie Chen goes, I think we have to coin a new term now. Hugmance? Terrible name, by the way.
That's embarrassing. She should be embarrassed for saying that.
Hugmance? I know if I were Vince's girlfriend, I wouldn't be happy with him. But doesn't it seem fitting that Vince would allow these long hugs? He goes with any flow in the house, and he goes along to get along. I feel it's really on Morgan, who is initiating the hugs and lingering and doing the caressing. I think she is drawn to him on an emotional level and cannot imagine living in the house without him. I'm sorry. Are we blaming the other woman right now? Because I don't know. I think it's Vince's fault for potentially teetering the line on cheating on his girlfriend. Not Morgan's fault.
I mean,
Granted, she knows that Kelsey exists.
I mean,
so she's not blameless.
There's no really good way to assess this, is there?
But I don't think the line that really like makes me raise my eyebrow is Julie Chen saying, I feel it's really on Morgan. I don't know about you, but I watch Vince's hand go up the sleeve of her shirt.
Do you think that they're just trying to avoid another like skeezy dude controversy on the show right now?
Probably.
So she's like trying to like craft the narrative.
I don't like it. But the final kind of hammer right now to this story is that Kelsey unfollowed Vince, and she went on Vince's account and unfollowed herself.
Uh-oh.
So, indeed. And there is another live feed clip. She did this after this other live feed clip where Morgan is laying in bed and Vince is like walking around. The lights are off, which I don't know if they're just all stupid, but when the lights are out, there's like night vision camera. Like it's like, you know, the green and black camera. They still see you. You're still on live feeds, even if you're in the dark. I don't know what's happening, but Vince walks over to her. He moves his mic out of the way and he's embracing her. And there is speculation online that he, one, said, "I love you."
Okay.
In this. And two, that there was some type of exchange with the lips.
Like lip on lip?
Hard to tell from the camera angle.
He is Vinny the Lip.
He is Vinny the Lip. And he's trying to get his lip all over Morgan.
It fits the brand.
And it just... I'm just going to say, if it were you and another woman and I saw this clip, I would be like, what the fuck is happening?
All right, so if you're listening and you have that footage handy, delete. Oh
my God.
I'm kidding.
No.
Yeah, the Instagram stuff is rough, man. I mean, that's like pretty clear that whatever this is Dunsies.
Yeah.
I don't know why all of a sudden like this starts now. I mean, yeah, maybe it's a crash out. I mean, maybe he's just like spiraling. Nothing's going the way he thought it would in the house. He's seeing compassion, affection. I mean, look, it's Morgan or Keanu. Which one would you rather have the affection come from, I guess, if you're in Vince's position? I'm not saying what he's doing is right. I'm trying to unpack why he might be doing it, though.
I don't know, but Jimmy was online commenting about it.
Yeah.
He was saying something along the lines of, I guess Vince was talking at one point in the house on how his relationship with his girlfriend might be a little rocky, like they won't move in together or they won't relocate to the same like town or city or something. But it was just like he was kind of airing some of their dirty laundry, and Jimmy was calling him out on it.
I think this whole cast fucking hates each other. I don't think any of them like each other. I don't think that there's any good friendships outside of the house post eviction. I mean, we're seeing on multiple different weeks, you know, some of these members of evicted house guests get on, you know, 4-way FaceTimes, get on streams, and like really go in and dissect some of like the more human lifestyle things about their house guests, which like you get to know these folks, and a lot of these folks appear to be friends or stay friends in past seasons, right? Or at least it's like amicable, it's friendly,
but
right?
Wouldn't you say the pre-jury people are now friends because they're doing, I mean, they have a mutual benefit, a mutual interest, right?
Yeah.
If they're, the more frequent they all are together, the pre-jury members on these, FaceTimes, these lives, these whatever, these reels, it's beneficial to them because now they're getting more airtime. People are tuning in because
they stay relevant.
Right. They stay relevant. So they have a mutual benefit to continue to talk to each
Sure.
other.
Well, you'd rather like, you're going to pay attention to the Beatles over like a Ringo solo show, right?
Sure. Yeah.
I just compared the evicted house guests to the Beatles, by the way. That's
right.
crazy.
This cast of Big Brother 27 is the equivalent, the modern day equivalent of the Beatles.
Yeah.
Anyways, that kind of wraps up the Vince and Morgan saga for now. But we will keep a pulse on that because it is surely to evolve some more, because we are yet to hear really kind of directly from Kelsey, directly from Vince. It's just kind of talked about. There's been no concrete action of them locking lips and hips or whatever. We shall see.
Connecting, right?
Connecting.
It's connecting. It's
the
connection.
human chemistry.
Connecting lips and hips, and I don't need to be that graphic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Moving
I
on.
mean, and as like the show, continues, there are less people in the house. There's less shit to focus on. There's less conversation. So we dial in on the more, human parts of their lives. So
Let's
Vince
get back
and
to our
Morgan
programming.
are in love and fucking all over the house. Vito comes around.
Yep.
We have Keanu, we have Vince, we have Morgan and Mickey,
Our
HOH
noms.
and our noms. Lauren gets pulled, and then Keanu pulls his own name and gets to select from the house. Premeditated, already decided, already discussed with her. He chooses Kelly over Rachel, who is
Rachel
making
does
a
not like
big
this.
scene that she wants to be chosen for this.
Because mind you, before nominations, Keanu goes to Rachel and he says, "You're good. you're not going to see the block. And guess what? Ashley isn't either. And he meant for initial noms, which obviously we know that Ashley goes up as a replacement, and Rachel was not happy about that. But he was trying to establish trust with her out of the gate, which I respect. But then Rachel gets pissed that she doesn't get chosen for veto by Keanu. I'm like, Rachel, you can't have it all. You're not on the block. You could have put your ass up there and made sure that you get to play in veto, but that's not the case. And granted, she knows that Kelly wants her the fuck out of the house.
That's gotta be the worst part about being with Rachel in the house, is just like every single fucking thing she's gonna have an opinion about, and she's gonna bust your balls over. It's exhausting to watch at home.
Yeah. I mean, I constantly bust your balls, so is that...
Yeah, that's
is
plenty.
It exhausting?
I got it plenty.
Is
I don't
it exhausting
need to,
being you over there?
I don't need to go on. I don't need to achieve my dreams of being on television to get that. I got that at home.
Right.
So, yeah, and it makes sense because like Rachel wants Kelly gone, right? So
Kelly wants Rachel gone.
Picking Kelly for veto gives her a chance to ensure that she doesn't go up as a replacement nom. I bet you Rachel is already crafting in her head leading up to this how she could get Keanu to put up Kelly, right? So it's like it fucks up her game and she doesn't get chosen.
Right. And at this point in time, Rachel is probably a little nervous because here Keanu just said he wasn't going to put me up, wasn't going to put Ashley up, and he gets his chip pulled. So why wouldn't he pick me to play because I'm his number one, unless he's trying to backdoor me.
Right.
So she was a little bit nervous about that.
He sits down with both Lauren and Kelly and says, if you guys win, I want you to use the veto on Vince. I don't want Vince to go home. He has, and I quote, learned his lesson. You're a fucking idiot, Keanu. Like we're doing petty. I hope you feel bad for a little bit. Like you're grounded. Like you're his fucking dad. You're putting your game in jeopardy just to make a point. I mean, literally, I think it might be the worst approach that you could have to playing Big Brother is you're all about the points and you're not thinking about the gameplay.
Yes, but instead of yes and. Yes, but I do think there's something to be said about getting treated a certain way in the Big Brother house and just being walked all over and sending a signal to people that like, yes, I can just be walked all over, right? It's why Ava lashed out at Keanu during the veto comp several weeks ago. It's why she yelled at him. She's like, everyone thinks I dress a certain way and act a certain way that I can't be taken seriously. She's like, no, I'm going to put him in his place. I mean, you see it with multiple different people in different ways. So I think this is Keanu's way of being like, you have to take me seriously. Like, you can't burn my bridge because I'm going to set an example and make sure you know it's not okay to do these things against me, because Vince has screwed him like 3 times in a row. So at this point, Keanu's probably looking at Vince, at least initially, as like, can this man be my ally? Right? I do think that's valid. Like, other people may not have burned Keanu in the ways that Vince has burned Keanu. So I kind of get it to a certain extent of like, you know, sorry about your bad luck, but Keanu needs to come into this saying like, I don't really care if Vince goes home.
Yes.
He's not my primary target, but he's on the block because he's, you know, proven himself to be,
right,
you know, disloyal to me, untrustworthy. And this is why he's up there and I don't really care what happens to him. I prefer if he stays and doesn't go, but like, I'll let it be up to the house.
Again, I think you're giving him too much credit. Like, he thinks that it's a foolproof plan of like, here's how I get through to Vince, and then the house also respects me.
No, the way you went about it was terrible.
Yeah. It's wild to me. But he sits both of them down. He says, can you use the veto on Vince? Lauren says, yeah, hell yeah, Vince is my ally. Kelly says, I'll think about it. And Keanu takes that as like a yes. Convinces Vince, hey, don't worry. Like, Lauren and Kelly, both on our side. And, well,
Kelly's just like, hello, JK.
Kelly goes into the DR and she's like, yeah, no, I'm out. Fuck Vince. I'm out on this. Which, by the way, she should be. That's the most deserved treatment, I think, of anyone in the house right now.
Yeah, because Vince locked in a final 2 with her.
And then forgot.
And she's like, what the hell? I've been playing my whole game around this final 2, and you forgot that we were synced up together? Okay, buddy. Yeah, she's completely out on Vince.
Scornful Kelly has entered the house, and I think she's going to be around for the rest of the season.
I love to see it.
I love to see it too. And if she is HOH, she should put him up. Straight up.
It's going to be Vince and Rachel.
Yeah.
And maybe Ashley. If I'm Kelly, that's who I'm putting up.
Yeah, I would put up. If you put up Rachel, you have to put up Ashley.
Absolutely.
And I think at this point, if you put up Ashley, you have to put up Rachel.
Yeah, and then if one comes down, if I'm Kelly, I'd probably put up Will. Just because I know whoever's sitting next to Will, he will stay. And that, he was a vote for potentially one of them to stay.
Because ultimately, Rachel's going to have to campaign for herself. She can't whip the vote for Ashley like she has in the past. Right. So we'll get into ways that Rachel could be defeated in the house at the end of the show. But let's get into the competition. It is a timed stacking kind of puzzle competition featuring everyone's favorite player from Big Brother 26, Angela.
You talked about her so much on this podcast that you summoned her on our TV screen.
I know.
What the hell, dude?
That's my bad.
Thanks.
Well, don't worry. She's going to be on 8 weeks of The Amazing Race come this fall as well. So she's not going anywhere.
And I guess we will be reporting on that. Heads up, everyone.
Yes.
End of September, as Big Brother's ending, we will be covering both Amazing Race and Survivor.
Yes. More programming to come. Backdoors and Blindsides is not going anywhere. But basically, I think you get like 2 minutes to stack 35 pieces all together in this like
whatever way
right?
you see fit.
But they all need to be up. They all need to be standing. And at the end of the timer, is it Angela's face?
Yes.
Angela's face swings out this giant, hunk of plastic or wood and knocks down your whole tower, knocks down your whole
perhaps
construct. This was by far the least interesting competition that we've had to watch all season.
I would have rather of them say like, you have to stack it, go. First one to finish. Like the sweeping of the arm, because they know in the first several rounds, no one is going to get it in 2 minutes. So they have to keep extending the time and just have these different rounds. And like, granted, you probably learn some as you go, like this works, this doesn't work. But I'd be great at this. Like in college, my party trick was to stack things.
Is that a party trick?
I mean, I would.
Most of the time people were asking you not to do it.
That's true. People would be like, please stop stacking these glass bottles.
Those is 5 glass bottles. That one's full, by the way. And it's on top.
I did it, and I never let any fall, mind you.
Where did that start? Was it textbooks? What was it? Bowls?
Me stacking stuff?
Yeah.
It was cans and bottles from drunken college nights.
Okay. You gonna ever bring back the stacking, or are those days behind you?
I love a good stack.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Between now and next episode, we're gonna review some stacking possibilities in the house, and maybe we can figure something out.
Okay.
This is important.
Yeah, I would really appreciate that.
I want to bring that back. I want to give the listener context. This shit takes up 2 commercial breaks, and there's no progress. There's no elimination. There is 0 like time-based stakes in this. It's so fucking boring. And I guess thanks for that extra half hour. Sometimes a couple weeks ago, it was a great extra half hour when Mickey usurped Riley's HOH, and it was just back and forth going head to head. I chalk this competition up to the 35-minute ad for the Bad Guys 2 that we got weeks and weeks ago.
Yeah.
Really lame. I'm sorry. And Angela coming out doesn't make it any more interesting. She's not very funny. Like I'm interested to see her on The Amazing Race, because like when she's not in total fucking insano mode, she's like given a script or whatever, she's given direction by production, she's kind of nothing. Yeah. So I've got to see her have another fucking meltdown to be interesting again. But ultimately, Morgan comes out on top.
And she has a strong stack.
Yes.
That thing looks locked in. I think Angela's face could have come and swept it off the pedestal, and it still would have been there.
Yeah. That was impressive. There has to be something else in that to make it a little more interesting. Yeah, it has to be elimination based. Like just watching people fail until they get, like, we're basically just watching them like lower the difficulty of the level every time. And that's not interesting TV.
Right. Make it so that, okay, you guys have 2 minutes. The person with the least amount of objects on it, goes, right?
Right.
But they don't do that. It's
But
boring.
I want to go back to really quick Vince with this wild ass plan to try and take sorry, not Vince, Keanu trying to take Kelly down or Vince down rather. When Keanu makes these head ass decisions, he becomes Keanu. Rachel Riley can't stop saying Keanu in the DR. And I've been talking about it. I've been watching it week after week after week. And what I've realized is that Rachel is speaking of this persona that comes out.
You think?
Yes. He's like Bizarro. He's like Mr. Hyde, right? There's Keanu, who is like chaotic good. He's just trying to play the game. He's trying to have great moments with Vince, with Ava, with Rachel, whoever. Keanu is doing all this dumb shit and constantly fucking things up for himself. So for the rest of the season, we'll be identifying when Keanu comes and pays the house a visit.
Yeah, and I mean, he kind of pays the house a visit right after Morgan wins veto. And we watch this long, drawn-out veto competition. And then the spark hits. I'm like, all right, this seems interesting. So Keanu is trying to orchestrate this like gamer plan, right? And all of his last gamer plans have failed miserably because he doesn't know how the game is played because he's only seen highlight reels. And he suggests putting Lauren up, but only if Morgan uses the veto that she won and she's on the block if she uses the veto on Vince.
It doesn't make any goddamn fucking sense. Not in the least bit.
It doesn't, because she also knows that she's Keanu's primary target.
Right.
So take your veto off around your own neck, put it on Vince, and mind you, the other half of the house wants Lauren up.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing is Rachel was in his ear about putting up Lauren.
Rachel wants Lauren up. She does not want her in jury. Sorry, Rachel. That's going to happen now because we are now entering the jury phase of the game. But Rachel says she doesn't want Lauren on jury because she's indecisive and she doesn't want that indecision or the ability to be easily swayed on the jury.
I don't think that's true, though. I think that's how she's pitching it to people.
No, that is.
I think she's threatened by Lauren.
Yes.
So
she doesn't know what's going on in her mind. She's so damn quiet all the time. and then when she does open her mouth, she's like, "What? What did you say?" I can't hear.
Keanu, I think, loses sight of the bag very quickly in trying to put this harebrained scheme together.
Right. And he's saying that he'll save Ashley, but only if this crazy plan goes into place. And for a hot second, I'm watching Morgan and I'm watching Vince and I'm like, are they really about to bite on this? And then instantly they're like, no, this is stupid. So
yeah, because it is stupid. Who would do that?
No, I know. But the height of something interesting, it was like, nothing. Okay.
Yeah. Because guess what? You pulled up your ally and now he's stuck and his ally is coming down. So now you've just got Vince more upset with you and one of your targets is off the block. And now all of the friends that you've been trying to make are telling you to do something that doesn't work at all for your game.
Well, something interesting that happens is, right, we're running out of people in this house, right? We already have 3 up there. Keanu's HOH. He can't put himself up. He only has a certain number of people to select from. And what does Rachel do? She's like, you have someone else you can put up instead of Ashley. Ava. She says it without saying it. Who else was she talking about?
Yeah.
And my heart broke for Ava in that moment because here Ava is thinking she has this awesome final 2 with Rachel Riley. And I think, if they wrote it a certain way, they could go far in the game together. And that was kind of crushing for me to hear on behalf of Ava because that shows that Rachel is prioritizing Ashley over Ava, which I think for Rachel, that might be smart because I think Ava is a better game player, so she might have a harder time.
Ava's playing her own game. Ashley's not playing her own fucking game.
No, she's following.
She's playing Rachel's game.
She's playing Rachel's game.
She's playing Will's game.
Yeah, and I will say Ashley has been on the right side of every single vote this season, except for the one that she fucked up, the Jimmy vote. But like,
it's literally such a stain on your Big Brother resume.
yeah, it's literally the only person that has ever tried to run back in the DR and change their vote in Big Brother. Like, this is season 27.
But a resting heart rate is great because of it. Yeah. BB burn, baby.
Oh my God. But you know, she is on the right side of every vote, but that's just because she's going with the house.
Yeah.
She's not really making any game moves. She's just following along the house. Whatever the house does, Ashley does.
Yeah. So Keanu basically tells Rachel, well, I don't know. I'm going to have to take the basically telling her without telling her, I'm not going to do this. Because, yeah, he says, I only have two choices. It's Ava and Ashley. By the way, just saying that tells Rachel everyone else that you are aligned with in the house. Now, like, you can make assumptions just watching people associate with others, but, like, you're just, like, confirming what everyone is assuming by telling her that. You shouldn't be talking nominees with Rachel at all. Anytime you're alone in the HOH room and Rachel Riley comes in, you got to use the greatest excuse, the go-to never fails. I got to take a shit. Anytime Rachel comes in, I got to take a shit. It's the ultimate get out of whatever situation. I think Keanu would just be
in the bathroom the whole time he's HOH.
It would literally be better for his game if he was in the bathroom the whole time and not talking to people.
Probably, yeah. You're not wrong. But Morgan does not listen to this bullshit plan that Keanu has, and she takes herself off, as she should. And he sends Ashley up there as a renom. So even though Rachel Riley has not seen the block once again, she's pissed that Ashley is up there because she misconstrues what he says at the beginning of the week, that he's not going to put Rachel up, he's not going to put Ashley up, that he meant the entire week. So while he got some good faith with Rachel by not putting her up, he has now crossed her twice in his HOH by not picking her for the veto competition when he had the opportunity to, and by putting one of Rachel's closest allies up on the block when she said, do not do that.
Yeah.
She's not happy. Neither is Ashley.
He's managed to piss off. He's pulled the Vince. He's pissed off everyone in the house because he put up Vince and Morgan. That sucks for that side. And then he put up Ashley, which fucked up everything with all the other house guests. I kept forgetting that Mickey was on the block this week.
I know, she's the one who went home. And how many times have we mentioned her name this entire time?
Purely inconsequential to what has been going on the last couple of days.
Well, I mean, I just Mickey's downfall was just hard to watch. You know, I was rooting for her from the start. I clocked her as being this like awesome player in the beginning. You know, she said she was going to pretend to be everyone's friends and then, you know, stab them in the back or whatever she said. I mean, I guess she did that with Jimmy, which he would never have voted her out. So like, that was still crazy. I think that was really the start of her downfall.
Yeah.
She got out one of her closest allies that would have ridden with her until the end. Like, I think her, Morgan, Jimmy, and Rachel, like, if they somehow figured it the fuck out, they could have been a powerful unit moving forward. And she was just, you know, talking out of her ass, saying things to people that she shouldn't have been saying things to, speculating, talking about, for weeks she was talking, well, we can't have this person in jury and this about jury. Girl, you're not even in jury now. So like,
I know she's the one who mentioned it the most. Yeah. And we said earlier in the show, right?
Yeah.
Earlier back this season, like, everyone keeps talking about jury. You got to shut up about that shit.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
You're
we're not
showing
there
your
yet.
cards.
Talk about it in the DR, right? You know, maybe talk around it, but it's insulting to be like, oh, you're just going to drag me along to jury. Right? Rachel had an explosion with her about it. And with Morgan, about
yelled at Morgan.
About, you know, her and her friends saying that she's going to keep her around to jury or not jury, whatever. And, you know, Mickey is also saying kind of some personal things about people too, which I just don't fuck with. Like, I think there's a line that, you know, should not be crossed, and it's dragging people's families and their kids. Yeah, you mentioned
she's like brought up Rachel and Rachel's husband and kids before.
Yeah, like, oh, like, shitty. What do they think about this move or whatever? I'm like, I don't know, mommy's out on national television trying to win almost $1 million for the family. I don't really think they care what she's doing.
Yeah.
You know,
Mom's
for the
at
most
work
part.
right now.
Right. Mom's
is
at
what
work.
She's doing.
Yeah. And guess what? Their kids, how many kids get to say, I'm seeing mommy on the TV and she's working right now?
Especially that often for that long a period of
for
time.
10
too.
years, 15 years, whatever it's been.
Their whole lives,
so,
probably.
So I felt I was kind of out on Mickey when she had some comments about Rachel like that. I was like, girl, you just don't say those kind of things, even if you're heated. You know, and it was in confidence to, I think, maybe Will or, you know, Ashley or whoever. But I was like, you can't be saying that stuff. And not bringing people's family and kids into it.
I do want to get into Ashley's blow up, but while we're talking about Mickey, just because I only have one note about her for the whole week, is when she's campaigning, right? After the veto ceremony, she hasn't come down. She knows she's in trouble. She's campaigning, and like, you can't campaign with Vince, right? Like, Morgan, like, she thinks it could go either way. She thought, right, Morgan might be my one or two votes.
Not
she's
a chance
talking
in hell.
She's talking to Ava, and this really stood out to me. She's talking to Ava about how the situation is, you know, where she thinks she's going to go. Ava tells her, well, I'm probably just going to vote with Will.
I was like, damn.
Crazy that A, Ava is showing her hand like that, but also B, just basically telling Mickey, I don't really give a shit about you. I'm just voting with my friend.
Yeah.
On this one. I mean, like, super dismissive.
That's powerful words. Really powerful words from Ava.
And honestly, I respect it, right? It's like, because she's kind of hinted before, don't waste my time. Like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to do this campaigning one-on-one bullshit. I know how I'm going to vote.
When she was HOH, she's like, I'm not doing any one-on-ones. I'm over this shit.
So, like, she's probably telling Mickey, like, hey, look, I've got nothing else to say about this.
Like,
We've got
save it.
I'm
not trying to get into it.
We've got nothing to debate. I'm voting with Will on this one. And, like, it's kind of a safe cop-out because Mickey thinks that Will might be voting for her, right?
Sure.
So it's also a way to kind of skate by, because if Mickey does stay, Ava goes to Mickey and says, see, I told you, I voted with Will. We kept you. Mm-hmm. It's a really smart move.
And guess what? If they don't, oops, sorry, voted with Will. Will didn't want to keep you.
Yeah.
That's why you're out, because of Will.
And Ava and Will voting together. I mean, we see it happen. We don't see them discuss a lot, though. And her putting this out there, I just think means a lot for the remaining couple of weeks for the show.
I mean, the biggest, hurdle with a showmance, right, is that it's these two people that are connected and they're always going to vote together. Well, obviously, Ava is not in a showmance with Will. That would be ridiculous. But saying that you're always going to vote with someone is a dangerous thing. It's a duo. It's a pair, right? So I'd be a little wary of that, Ava. I hope Mickey, obviously now she's out of the house, but I hope Mickey didn't spread that around anywhere, because I think that'll be really bad for Ava's game going forward.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about her, Rachel dismissing her, right? Telling Keanu to put her up. That doesn't concern me, because I think Ava is smart enough to know that she can't trust Rachel to a final two. Maybe Will is her final two, dude.
Well,
I mean, maybe that's the beginning of that.
Yeah, I mean, Keanu tried to warn Ava, right, about the Rachel kind of throwing her under the bus. He doesn't say it explicitly.
Yeah.
And that's kind of wrapped into the Ashley drama, which I'll let you kick off.
Let's get into that. So Keanu puts up Ashley as the replacement, which everyone acts like it was this big offense. Did no one see this coming? Did anyone expect him to do anything different, anything sensible, anything exciting?
Maybe if this was week 1, but you're literally dwindling down the numbers. There are only so many options that you have at this point, and half the house is kind of already on the block already. Yeah. So
I've seen Ashley all over the live feeds shitting on Keanu, talking about how much she doesn't like him. Maybe the most vocal about disliking Keanu. It's a miracle that she didn't get put up at the first time, right? Yeah. I guess because he was trying to be buddy-buddy with Rachel at first.
He was going to see how the week played out.
So she gets up and she gives her speech, right? Like, a fire is lit underneath of Ashley. And she has her moment finally to deliver this whole tirade or whatever you want to call it, right?
We haven't heard from Ashley since Showergate in week 1.
I was just like, where was this the whole time?
Yeah.
Like, where was this energy? Where was this gameplay? Where was this, I don't know, what's the word? Like, certainty that's behind you right now. It
Yeah.
wasn't in the DR when you were voting about fucking
wasn't.
Jimmy or Kelly.
Yeah.
So she really, really lays into Keanu. And again, I mean, I know it's Big Brother, it's TV. You need to have explosive moments sometimes. I'm just like, are you that upset about something that we all saw?
It feels a little inflated. It feels a little orchestrated.
Great word, inflated. I'm like, what? I thought we all knew this was going to happen.
Rachel gets in on it.
Rachel
Don't
just
talk to her like that, Keanu.
She takes Keanu, yeah. she takes she takes advantage of the situation, right? She knows that she's out on Keanu.
You see her do it too when, if we rewind a few weeks, when Riley's HOH gets overthrown by Mickey and he's trying to suss out his, do the interrogator thing, and it's the famous "I am sat" line by Catherine. Rachel tries to come to Ashley's defense because Ashley's smiling, and Catherine yells at her, not yells, but it's like, why are you smiling? What the hell, basically. And Rachel is a little pit bull for Ashley and kind of snaps back at Kat. So we see this behavior from Rachel.
Right.
She interjects herself.
Because you're showing Ashley that you're standing up for her.
Right.
That you're protecting her. Something that is so inconsequential to the way that the house moves. You are just throwing in these little tidbits so that Ashley feels close to you, she trusts you, and she does whatever the fuck you say. Because that's what this is. She has turned Ashley into a total minion.
And
which you gotta respect. Rachel,
yeah. But I think in the grand scheme of things too, being a bystander is, as much as an issue sometimes as the person who's perpetuating, whatever the bad thing is, right? So the fact that Rachel's able to stand up and say like, hey, this is wrong, don't do that, that's my friend. Like, I'll give her some credit for that. If you just on a moral high ground, like, you're trying to stick up for someone you love, and you're trying to maybe do the right thing. But obviously Rachel's there to entertain and to give us a television show. So it is also mixed with that.
One of the more, I guess maybe ugly isn't, it was harsh though. One of the more harsh things to come out of Ashley's mouth is, no one likes you in the house besides Kelly.
That's crazy.
That's brutal, dude. I mean, like, because you're kind of just speaking on human to human likability. We're not talking about gameplay. We're not talking about alliances.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of pointing out Kelly as the other outsider.
Right. She basically took Keanu and Kelly and said, you guys are on the bottom.
Yeah. So Kelly taking some pretty gnarly strays from Ashley there. I felt for her a little bit. Like, it got a little mean. And now, like, Keanu has been a huge asshole in previous episodes, and he's spoken to people in a very disrespectful way. He, like, it's not like Ashley like crossed any lines with him, really. But at a certain point, he's like, "Are you done? Are you done? Can this be done?" And that like lights them up even more.
Yeah,
and they freak out. And they're like, "No, I'm on the couch." Like, I was kind of hoping that we were done, actually, you guys. I'm kind of with him on this. Like, what else is there to say, right? Because, it is performative, especially as we are heading into jury. So what happens? Keanu, because this is a Keanu move, grabs Ava and scurries up to the HOH room in front of everyone. Like, it's not the fight hasn't even ended yet.
No.
Ashley is still standing downstairs screaming at him as they're running up. What do you think you're going to accomplish when everyone is just waiting for you to come back out of the room? Everyone knows what you're doing, dude.
Well, he's trying to buy some
grace
game tokens with Ava for the future by saying, congrats, I didn't put you up there and other people wanted you up there. You're welcome.
Yeah, I guess so.
Was the essence of that conversation.
There's a better way that it could go about it. You got to let things simmer down.
Yeah.
You got to wait for the moment to pull Ava aside when no one else is looking and say, "Hey, Ava, I just want to let you know, I was trying to work with Rachel this week, and we were talking about replacement noms. and she was pushing for Ashley to not go up. She was implying that it should be you.
And I didn't fuck with that. So that's why it played out the way it did.
Right.
And, you know, I value you and I want to keep you around. And that's why I didn't put you on the block and like try to build some trust there. He doesn't really pull it off that way.
No.
And Ava kind of quickly leaves the HOH room after that. She goes down the stairs and people are on the main level yelling up to him. She has her own mind. She can make her own decisions, blah, blah, blah. And like, if I'm Ava, I'd be like, shut the fuck up.
Well, and that's
both
basically
of you.
what she
That's
does.
What she does.
Shout out. She says, keep my name out of this.
Yeah, she
I don't want to be a part of this.
She removes herself from the situation. She walks back towards the bedrooms. She continues to hear her name, and she comes back and she says, keep your name out your mouth.
Yeah, it's wild that they go on for so long and they try to make Ava the like I don't know, like the human shield, as each of them are firing insults at each other.
Really, the human tug of war.
Yes.
They each have her by an arm, and she's like, I don't want to be here.
Oh, respect. She's like, fuck this. I'm out. I'll catch you guys later. That
Right,
also
and
just, it shows maturity in the house. I mean, that's a move. It's a plus for Ava in the house, both just with other players as well as people watching at home.
But it's also kind of patronizing for the other house guests to be like, she has a mind of her own. Stop trying to
Totally.
manipulate her. I'd be like, fuck you. I can talk to whoever I want when I want
Yeah.
to. And if I want to sit there and talk to Keanu all day, I will, because I want to hear what he has to say.
Right.
And I'm going to come to my own conclusion. Just like I'll hear you out, Rachel. Just like I'll hear you out, Ashley, and whoever else in the house. I'm going to listen to them, but don't tell someone else that they can't brainwash me, because that should already be a baseline.
It's like
of standard.
you're implying that I've already been like whisked up there against my will.
Right.
When that's not the case, because if I didn't want to hear him, I wouldn't
wouldn't
have
be up there.
gone upstairs. I would have said, nah, dude, I'm out. I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
So messy fight. I mean, the energy has continued and remains to be bad in this house.
It's not good.
It's been a toxic house this
It's
season.
not good.
Just a lot of stomach aches, a lot of winces, a lot of, man, I would have handled that differently. And maybe that's where some people might be better players than I am, where I'm like, Jesus Christ, like, it's still a person that you're talking to that way, right? Whether you're on one side or the other.
Yeah.
Everyone just needs timeouts. But that's also where we're at. We're at like day 60, right?
Something like that.
We're going crazy. Like, the craziness is set in. Vince is smooching with Morgan, allegedly, and Ashley's optically, Ashley's reached her tipping point. Ava's like, just get me out of here, or at least get the rest of these fuckers out of here, so I can enjoy some peace and quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty amazing stuff. But from there, we move into the blockbuster, which is a pretty simple blockbuster. It's the one that I think Tucker was eliminated in last time, or I just remember Tucker's performance and it was a big deal. But you're in the tank and a bunch of foam balls are swirling around you. You're basically in like a mini tornado. You've got to fill this tube of different colored balls to match the sequence of colors next to them in a line.
It's not just grab any ball.
And then buzz in. And so it is Vince, it's Mickey, and replacement nominee Ashley. We get a lot of wide shots on this one.
Not only do we get wide shots, we get a 3-shot.
Oh, yes.
We get a panel of all 3 cameras pointed at the 3 of them with their name underneath of them. I'm like, where the fuck was that when Riley went home on his blockbuster?
Well,
where the fuck was that when Mickey won the blockbuster off camera? Where the fuck was that, Big Brother production? And this blockbuster had nothing to do with that conspiracy theory, but it enforced it because they had the capability, they had the layout for it, and they chose not to do it, and they chose to air Mickey's win on her blockbuster weeks ago off camera. Why?
See episode 6 of Backdoors and Blindsides, where we really unpack that particular BB blockbuster that ultimately sent Riley home.
Check out our Instagram. We have several a prologue and 3 different part reels on that where we break down that controversy. But I think that reinforced it for me right there. It was like something fishy went down because they had the capability and the planning out. Maybe though they decided to put that in because they got so much flack about it for people, being like, where'd the shot go? So they're like, see everyone, here's all the cameras. I'm like, no, show me the uncut version of Mickey winning that blockbuster and I will shut the fuck up about
Release
this.
The footage.
Release the tapes.
Release the Mickey tapes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So Vince wins. It is for a while neck and neck between him and Mickey. Ashley, I couldn't even tell if she got one.
She's over there just spinning in circles in the wind.
Again, I think she's bad at a lot of things in this game. Rachel has brought her this far. But Vince comes out victorious, pulls himself down. He needed it. I mean, if Vince was next to either of them, I think he was going home.
Yes, but I will say, as a caveat to you saying Ashley's bad at a lot of things in this game, she and Rachel have been the only ones not to be on the block up until this point.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, come eviction night, you mean? Because she went up week 1, but she won power of veto and took herself down, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I forgot about that. Well,
interesting.
Well, almost only one. I'm trying to pull up the house guests now. Yeah, everyone's been on the block so far.
Besides Rachel.
It's fucking
insane.
Again, as a reminder, this is week 8 in the Big Brother house. We have had 32 nominations. 32. Let that number sink in. We have 17 house guests, 32 nominations. That includes replacement noms. That includes the initial noms. That includes the extra veto that Keanu was gifted from Casey playing for him and him taking himself off and Jimmy having to put half the house up that week. 32 nominations. We have had 7 out of 8 vetoes used. That might be close to breaking a record as far as amount of vetoes used in a season. And guess how many times Rachel Riley has been on the block? 0.
It's crazy. Did any of you watch this show before coming on?
I'm sorry, but I will say it again and I will keep saying it until I am blue in the face. The week 1 goal obviously could not have been get Rachel out because she had immunity. The week 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 goal is put Rachel up. I don't care who's winning. Put her up. Put her up, put her up, put her up. Because right now she is walking her way into the finale. And granted, all of her allies have seen their way out of the door, but she is still in the house. She has not been put on the block. And listen, it only takes one time to be put on the block for it to land, for you to be out of here, right? Yeah. And so I'm not discounting that, but come on, guys.
You want Rachel Riley in jury? You want to give her
in jury?
You want to give her 4 fucking... Say she goes home next week. She's got 3.5 more weeks to campaign with whoever else ends up in the jury house on how to vote. She is your worst nightmare to be in this situation.
Yes, but she will vote, I think, not super personally.
You think she'll vote based on gameplay?
Absolutely. She is there to do a job in jury. She will be voting for the best Big Brother player.
Okay. Interesting.
I think.
I would like to see how that plays out. I mean, I just like to see her in the jury and not part of the fucking finale. It's crazy that we've let it get this far, guys.
I mean, I have to root for her at this point, right? Like, all these people are just blindly attaching themselves to her, going home.
But it's not interesting. It's not interesting at all. It's not interesting to watch TV about it. It's not interesting to fucking do a podcast about it. If we just keep saying Rachel's still here, Rachel's still here. It's driving me crazy.
I know.
That they put her in the house in the first place, and then no one is taking the fucking shot. Vince, BB superfan, 2 HOHs, the only 2-time HOH member, and you don't put up Rachel Riley, who is not your ally. I don't care about the judges. It was fabricated. It's all a sham. The judges are an industry plant from CBS to take our eyes off of the Riley eviction.
Right.
You fucked up, dude. You're not going to get HOH again. No fucking way Vince gets a HOH a 3rd time. You lost your shot.
Stranger things have happened.
The only person who I think is capable of getting Rachel Riley out of this house,
give it to me,
is Lauren. Mm-hmm. Because Lauren is smart. Lauren is not emotional in her game. At least the way, and the reason I say that is I'm comparing her to Kelly.
Okay.
Because Kelly wants Rachel out too. I don't think Kelly will be able to play as analytically, as forward thinking as Lauren may be. I think Kelly is impulsive, and that drives her actions in the house.
Oh, it would definitely be interesting.
A Kelly HOH. I mean, that's the only thing I'm waiting for.
It would
at
probably
this point.
be the most interesting HOH.
She would do what we wanted Keanu to do, which is fuck shit up in the house.
But I mean, I will continue to say, even though it was a very straightforward week, you had 3 huge competitors on that block.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and we're getting down to that, right? Like we're in the final. What is it, 9 now? 8, 9. Yeah. So I think Lauren is capable of it. She's got to pull out an HOH. And if she doesn't, I mean, if it's Kelly, Lauren's got to. I'm saying this right now. If Kelly wins HOH next week, Lauren's got to get in there and say, Kelly, final 2.
Interesting.
I think if they had a final 2, and we've talked about before, right?
Lauren doesn't really have anywhere to go right now.
Right. So she's got to take the initiative. She's got to go to the person who has been burned by so many people in the house. She has the brain to get them to the end of the game. And at this point, most importantly, get Rachel Riley out. You
think she links up with Kelly, or it would be beneficial to link up with Kelly and Keanu?
No one should link up with Keanu. No one should consider
because
aligning with Keanu.
Kelly and Keanu are kind of a duo right now.
Yes, you need to go to Kelly and say, Kelly, Keanu has been a great ally to you, but he's gonna fuck this up because look at everything else that he's fucked up. He protected
Keanu
you
too much.
Yes, he protected you. You can be an ally to Keanu, but you don't want to be an ally to Keanu. You and I have our final 2. You take us there through winning comps. I'll work with you on making noms, playing the social game. Kelly's dog shit at the social game. She might be the worst of the bunch.
Yeah.
That duo could make it to the end and kick Rachel out. I don't think it happens any other way.
We shall see. I will be holding on to my butt for that one, though.
Same. I just want her gone at this point. I mean, it look like mad respect, right? Like she's doing a great job. I'm not knocking her as a player. I just think that there's only one way that this whole game is going to play out if Rachel is still in the house, and it's Rachel's game. And we can all see Rachel's game. I don't think there's any surprises that come with that. And that's not what I want for the last month of this show.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
No, I agree.
So, Lauren, Kelly, please win that fucking HOH next week.
Well, this week might be a little turbulent. It might be a little different. But
because we've got the teases from the mastermind and such. But let's talk eviction.
Yep.
And round this up. Mickey goes 7-1.
6-1?
7-1.
Okay.
Let's talk about that one vote, because we all knew we knew Mickey next to Ashley was a surefire she's going home. Mickey next to Vince might be a little different, but Mickey next to Ashley, people had wanted her out for such a long time. Ashley is in a 5-person alliance that Mickey doesn't even know about. Just like easy, clean cut. Somehow we're getting out of this relatively unscathed, unless we're Keanu. She sits down next to Ashley on the couch. The voting starts, and I turn to you and I say, unanimous decision. 8-0. Mickey's out of here.
Yeah.
Fucking Vince goes in there. I don't know. Like, again, I think he's lost his mind. I think he's actually lost his fucking mind in this house.
Lost his marbles, trying to cheat on his girlfriend, trying to vote his allies out, keep his enemies in.
He's a broken man. He's a broken player. And he goes in there and casts a vote against a member of the alliance that he's in, which, by the way, now is a majority of the house. What the fuck are you doing, dude?
And I'm interested to see the next episode where he obviously has to address this, because if he gets in the DR and is like, I did a scheme, I'm trying to pin this on Morgan or whoever or Will or someone to try to make it seem like they were the ones that voted against Ashley, then I'd be like, okay, dude, you're trying to do some kind of game. But if he straight up is just like, I didn't know what to do. I panicked. I'm like, I don't have respect for that.
When we know exactly what's going to happen. Guess what? Sunday night, first 5 minutes of the broadcast, Vince is going to be crying. I fucking guarantee it.
I can't do it.
He's going to be crying because he fucked something up or he didn't know what to do. Why would you vote Ashley? You know no one else is going to. And yeah, you're going to have to answer to your alliance. Guess what? We had Rachel on record saying that she is at the bottom of the judges. Congrats, dude. You got her out of that too. He has done nothing but help Rachel's game this entire season. He was my number one.
He doesn't even mean to. He doesn't even mean to. And
it's sad. It's just sad.
And
dude.
This whole thing, everyone has been like, the judges. We gotta slap some tape and some staples and some Elmer's glue on this shit to make it try to stick together. And he doesn't put anyone up on his HOH last week. They kind of get it to a point where it's a judge member, Ashley, versus a non-judge member, Mickey. It seems like a pretty clear-cut vote.
Yeah.
Morgan has been begging to keep the judges' alliance intact. And what does Vince do? He goes, it's fine. I'm going to vote to evict Ashley. Again, I'm interested to see what he says about it. If he tries to come and like give me some interesting logic, or he's trying to pin the vote on Kelly or something like that, sure, give that to me. But if he owns up to it and he's like, I don't know what happened, and he goes and tells the house that he was the lone vote, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be like, what are you doing, dude? Play the game.
One of the dumbest things I've seen in a long time on this show.
Yeah.
So farewell to Mickey. You kind of fucked up a bunch that got you here.
I was Team Mickey from the start. She lost me there in the middle, but every move she made, I still was like, please redeem yourself to me. Please. I wanted it to happen because I think she's a really cool person, and she didn't do it. And I'm not surprised she went home. I'm really not.
Breaking up with Morgan is what ultimately ended things for her, because she broke up with Morgan far too early.
Yep.
And then she never had someone to pull her aside and say, Mix, right? Because Morgan called her Mix.
Yeah.
Mix. The rest of the house ain't fucking with your game right now. And we got to figure something out for you. Because otherwise, you're going to be on the outs and you're going to go home.
Right.
She never had anyone to warn her. I mean, Ashley, Will, Rachel, no one ever came up to her and said, hey, you really rubbed Ashley the wrong way with this.
And don't forget, people have done that in the past. Let's rewind to Showergate. Multiple people went up to Ashley. I think Zach did. I can't remember off the top of my head right now. I know it was him, but a couple other people went to Ashley like, listen, dude, like, people are weird about Showergate and how you took the 2-hour shower. Like, people are talking about it. Just to let you know, like, you need to let it die. Like, don't make this mistake in the future. People will step out of the game to coach other people on the game. Rachel has done it constantly too throughout it. So the fact that Mickey had no one in the house to do that for her, it's just telling. Bad sign.
It's tough. So R.I.P. Mickey. You almost made it to jury. Your dream. She never talked about winning one. She just talked about going to jury, by the way.
Yeah.
So I guess sorry you lost out. She was fun to watch at times, but I don't think this season, I don't think I've seen anyone else just get themselves to where she did the way that she did. She really did dig that hole, get that full body workout, and she could not climb her way back out.
Muscles fatiguing.
Yes.
But that, I think, wraps up the week.
Yeah. I want to really quick, because we're getting into jury, give an overview of what the house looks like right now.
Yeah, give it to me.
And
lay that land
I don't
out.
think Vince is necessarily the leader. I don't think that side has a leader, but we're just going to say Team Vince for now because he's been the most active, I think.
Are we talking about judges or no?
No,
okay.
in the house. I think the judges don't mean shit anymore after he put Ashley up. Or, after he voted Ashley.
But, again, if he's trying to pin it on someone else and he says, no, I voted Mickey out, it depends.
Let's assume that he didn't, or that they don't believe him. Because I'll be honest with you, even if he tried, I don't think anyone's going to fucking believe him, right? So we'll say Team Vince, and then obviously Team Rachel. Team Vince, or this group, is Vince, Morgan, and we're operating under the assumption that the judges are breaking up, Lauren, and Keanu. Rachel has Ashley, Will, and as of right now, Ava. And I don't think that Ava's following Rachel, but she is following Will. She told us that.
Right.
So those 4 together.
And sometimes Keanu is with Rachel.
I think
Keanu is with Vince.
I think Keanu is here to stay.
Yeah.
I don't think they figure it out. I mean, if we get another one-on-one with them trying to figure it out, I don't think I can take it.
So, and
I
for
would
the
rather
record,
watch Vince cry, honestly.
For the record, too, they were off again at the start of the week. He got back on again with her because he said, I'm not going to put you or Ashley up. And then he turned her off when he picked
Figure it out.
his veto player, Kelly. And then he turned it off again when he had Ashley up there. So I think as the game stands right now, they are off again, for the record. But I'm sure they'll flip back and forth again throughout this week, too.
Who's the one person that doesn't truly fit into either of these groups? Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
It might very well be that Kelly is the deciding vote next week.
Yeah, but Kelly's going with Keanu. Is she not?
But if Keanu is going with Vince, I see Kelly being burned by that. Like I said, I think she's playing scornfully. She's playing emotionally.
But I don't think Vince is. I don't think Vince and Keanu are necessarily tight again.
Yeah, I think it could go either way.
I think he's hot and cold with Vince, and I think it depends on who has power. And again, if Kelly has power, she will be putting up Vince and Rachel. So now she is even though she's in the middle, she is now taking people from both quote unquote sides.
And you're right. So let me walk that back. It's not necessarily she's the deciding vote. She is the most interesting HOH going into next week.
Yeah.
Because she will pull from both groups. She can shake up the house. She might fracture some of these alliances and create a whole new game out of it. But it's got to be her or Lauren to send Rachel home. If Rachel doesn't go home next week, she's in the final 3.
I've said that every week.
I know. But like it's just more and more apparent, right? Less and less outcomes coming out. I think that's the only outcome after that if she doesn't go home next week. So honestly, fingers crossed. No offense, Rachel. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Do you have one-liners?
I have some one-liners for us. The first one I have up here is from Vince. He says, if I don't leave this week, I'm going to play an entirely different game. He has said this now 3 weeks in a row. So that's why it's made this
I would
list.
love to watch Vince play an entirely different game. I'm still waiting
That's
for
what
that.
I'm here for, yeah. The next one I have is from Kelly. And she says, I've got bitches quaking. I don't know if I can say bitchin', but I just did. I'm like,
bitches be quaking.
Bitches be quaking. Kelly be rumbling. The earth be shaking.
I wish I could call the episode "Bitches Be Quaking," but that's definitely gonna
it'll kill the
fuck
algorithm.
our algorithm
up. And then we have Keanu saying this to Vince. He says, "You take anything I say and blow it out of your ass."
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's a good one because
Very
it's so
visual.
It was so like blunt. It was very harsh, but it was just like he cut it off, and Vince looked a little bewildered.
Like, oh shit!
He was a little flabbergasted.
Being
Like,
called out right now.
what the fuck do you say to that?
Nothing.
I guess I'll just start crying.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, you just start crying. Again, crying gets you out of it. We talked about this one earlier, but it is Rachel in the Feel the BB Burn infomercial segment. And she says, you think hanging on the wall comp is hard? Try hanging on to Lauren's every word. That was orchestrated. Production could have fed her that line.
That's a pretty good line, though.
It won't win this week, but it is an honorable mention because I thought that was hilarious. And then another one here from Keanu. He says he gets bleeped out on the show, which doesn't happen, I think, very often.
Give me the unedited version.
Yeah,
though.
he goes, that's two of my favorite things, fucking around and finding out. I love that one.
I guess that happened to him, right?
He do be fucking around. He do be finding out.
Yeah, he be fucking around. Keanu is fucking around.
Yeah.
Keanu is finding
Is
out.
finding out. Oh my God. For real. Oh my gosh. And then the last one I have here is Vince again. And he says, I feel like everyone thinks I'm a weasel.
That's crazy,
And
dude.
that one gets on there because we've been calling him a weasel all season.
Yeah.
And I believe a few of our episodes ago, we mentioned on live feeds some of the girls sitting around in the house naming other house guests and what animals they'd be. And they determined that Vince would be a weasel.
Self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
Amazing. Is that the winner?
You know, I think it's Kelly.
Yeah.
I think it's Kelly with I've got bitches quaking.
Bitches quaking is pretty good.
Bitches quaking. It's so cringe when she delivers some of these lines, which just gives a little more oomph to it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Kelly is full of piss and vinegar right now.
Yeah,
and
she's angry.
I think it's kind of what we need to keep things moving in the house because everyone else is just doing the exact same fucking thing. Morgan's rubbing up on Vince. Vince is crying. Keanu's being Keanu. Rachel's yelling at people. Ashley's yelling at people. Will's sitting like this.
Yeah. Ava's trying to defend herself.
Yeah. Ava's playing. Ava's watching it all and just going, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Everyone hate each other. Love me. I need Kelly to harness this aggression and really get after some people in the house. So that's what we can hope. That's what we can hope. Yeah.
Quaking.
Yeah. I want to see bitches be quaking all over next week during her HOH reign.
And then we do have Julie's fit.
Yeah, denim, right?
Denim
a lot
on
of denim
Love
jeans, denim jacket. She looks like she could be hustling college kids at a dive bar playing pool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Running circles around those kids.
Yeah, yeah.
But really,
she's like cigarette hanging out of her mouth.
Oh yeah.
Big like dirty mug of yellow beer.
She's walking into the bar with her motorcycle helmet on her hip, and she's strutting in.
Yeah.
But really, I think what her outfit is looking like is fire.
Perfect. She's 8 for 8, by the way.
8 for 8
in Backdoors and Blindside's assessment of Julie's fit. If you're keeping up at home, is that it?
Take us home. We've been here for over an hour and a half, and I'm about to piss myself.
This is a long one for all you kids.
Squirming in my seat over here.
Real quick, follow us on Instagram and Instagram Backdoors and Blindsides, X at Backdoor Podcast. We have full video episodes on YouTube. If you're listening to this on Apple, on Spotify, and an audio medium, you can watch us on video, see our faces on YouTube. We are at Backdoors and Blindsides. We also have YouTube Shorts. So if you follow us, you'll see all of that content. Instagram, we're posting reels, memes, threads at Backdoors and Blindsides, as well as X for live posting during Big Brother Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. And with that, coming to you live from inside our living room, I'm Matt.
And I'm Meg.
We're Backdoors and Blindsides. Glove one another.
That was a good one this time. Look at that. Really
Good
on there.
snap.